In this video, we look at how you can use the SmartView wizard for data submission. We look at how you can get the SmartView wizard to automatically switch between the HSGet value and HSSet value, and how you can overtype the HSSet value with the number you want to submit. We'll start by connecting the workbook, an existing SmartView connection. Then we will add a new formula grid template. This is a template that has the basic starting points for creating a new SmartView wizard report. Initially, the account displayed in the report will be taken from the background point of view. So I'm going to replace it with a member label from a base account, then refresh the data. By default, the SmartView wizard will always place the HSGet value at the intersection of the row and column headers. But if we want to say that a particular row or column in our report uses the HSSet value, then we specify that using the options in the grey border cells, in the same way that you'd specify whether the row or column displayed the description. However, for the HSSet value, you must set this at both the row and the column header of the intersection of the cells you want to change to HSSet value. The SmartView cells in the report will continue to display HSGet value until you enable data entry mode. Switching to data entry mode will change the marked cells to HSSet value and turn them yellow. But just because they are yellow doesn't necessarily mean that they are base level cells that will accept data entry, as the warning message displays. Here we can see that the data cell has now changed to HSSet value and is slightly shaded yellow, to indicate that this is a set value cell. Just because it is an HSSet value function and it's shaded yellow, it doesn't necessarily mean that HFM will accept data at the cell's point of view. In order to submit data successfully, we need to ensure that the background point of view is also set to base members. So let's display the POV form and show all the dimensions, including the hidden ones. And we could then work through each of the dimensions, changing to the appropriate base member, or if you have one set up, you can choose one of the saved POVs. And in this example, we have a saved POV that is set to all nones, specifically for data entry. When we select the all nones saved POV, all the dimensions in the saved POV are preset with one click. And we can then change the other dimensions not included in the saved point of view. For example, in this case, the entity dimension. And once we have set a background point of view suitable for data submission, we can select Update Worksheet. The HSSet value formula will now display the number currently sitting in HFM at the cell's point of view. But if we want to enter a new number, we simply overtype the cell with the number we want to submit. And the HSSet value formula is automatically updated with the number that we typed in. And to indicate that the number has changed, the font is now blue and bold. To submit the data to HFM, we simply select the Submit Data button. After submitting the data, the font returns to its default. However, if we want to double check that the data has actually successfully been submitted, we need to exit data entry mode. That's because the HSSet value displays the number that you want to submit, not the number that is actually sitting in HFM. When we click on the Stop Data Entry Mode button, the formula reverts to an HSGet value displaying the number in HFM. So you can use the data entry mode to toggle between the two states, switching between the HSSet value and HSGet value. Let's add a few more data entry cells now. Remember, you can either type in the member label if you know it, then select the Build Formula button to add the SmartView formula at the cells intersecting the new row and column headers, or you can use the Change Cell POV option to display the cell POV form. This will allow you to pick members from the metadata, add them to the report header, then move on to the next cell, and so on to build your report. Then, once you've added the members to the report, you need to specify which ones are going to switch to HSSet value when you enter data entry mode. And you do this by entering the HS set value word in the grey report border. For the rows and columns that aren't going to be data entry cells, for example parent members, just leave the grey cells blank and this formula will stay as HS get value. Then select the Enable Data Entry Mode button, and the cells at the intersection of the HS set value in the grey borders become yellow, indicating they have switched to the HS set value formula. Now to enter data, we simply overtype the HS set value formula with the number that we want to submit. Because the wizard will automatically update the HS set value formula with the value that's entered. Then, to commit the values to HFM, select the Submit Data button. Then, when you finish submitting the data and want to review the numbers, click on the Stop Data Entry button to disable data entry mode. And the SmartView formula reverts back to the HS get value, displaying the numbers in HFM. Reports that have been designed to be used for data entry can be stored in the report library and downloaded to the user's PC. Initially, the report will be populated with HS get value formulas. So to enable data entry, select the button. And the cells designed for data entry turn yellow, indicating they contain the HS set value formula. The data is typed directly over the HS set value formula, and the SmartView set value formula is updated with the number that was entered. And continue by entering data in other cells. And at regular intervals, the user can submit the data to HFM. Now, one of the key advantages of using Excel for your data entry forms is the ability to link the data entry cells to other cells in the workbook. For example, if you have a working sheet in order to calculate the values to be submitted. If we add a simple example of a working sheet to this workbook, and let's enter some test data to create the values we want to submit, then back in the input sheet, we can enter a formula to link a data entry cell to a cell in the workings sheet. And like any Excel formula, we can copy them down to the rest of the column, and the SmartView HS set value function will be updated with the link to the cells in the working sheets. And when the data is submitted, the set value formulas retain the link to the cell in the working sheets. The only difference with HS set value formulas that are linked to other cells is that when you switch back out of data entry mode, any cells containing links will stay as HS set value and will be highlighted in orange to indicate that they are different from the rest of the report. So in this video, we have seen how you can use the SmartView wizard for data entry. You use the HS set value in the grey border cells to indicate which rows and columns are to be used for data entry. Then, when you switch to data entry mode, the HS get value formulas are switched to HS set value formulas. Wherever there is an intersection of the HS set value in the grey border cells. To enter a value, just overtype the HS set value formula with the number that you want to submit. Or use simple Excel formula to link the cell to another in the workbook. The data can be submitted to HFM using the Submit Data button in either the Merlin ribbon or the SmartView ribbon. And if you stop data entry mode, the formulas revert back to HS get value so you can check the numbers that have been submitted.